Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review I Saw the TV Glow. And this film is from writer-director Jane Schoenbrunn, who did We're All Going to the World's Fair, which was a film that really grabbed attention. I remember seeing that like a year early plus before it was available to most people. I got to see a link from a festival. And it's such a film that's hard to pin down and really understand exactly what it's going for because it doesn't adhere to the expectations you see of film. And those rules broken all over the place. And I think I Saw the TV Glow is a little closer to a little bit more traditional, but still goes out of its way and really fractures those rules and goes in its own way. This is the kind of film that's hard to put, like, I'm not a fan of putting ratings, so I don't do them in my videos. But, you know, I do it on Letterboxd and stuff like that, but, like, this is one of those kinds of films that I'm just like, I really wish I didn't have to. Because this film is not going to work for everybody. And also, I feel like most people's experiences are going to be so very different watching this film. Because the themes are malleable. What it's going for in terms of its themes and its concepts and what it's trying to portray to the audience is fluid. And you bring so much into it. There's possibly so many different kinds of readings. One that I picked up I thought was pretty obvious was this trans allegory that this film is trying to portray in terms of being stuck in a life that isn't yours, being stuck in a body that isn't yours. And I feel like that seems like it's something that really shine through in terms of this very surrealist narrative that we get. But really at the core of this, it's Owen and Maddie, Justice Smith, and Bridget Lundy-Paine, who I'm a huge fan of hers from Atypical. And these two actors are on very specific wavelengths on what they're trying to portray with their characters. I get some kind of vibe of both of them being some kind on the spectrum. I'm not an expert. My wife is the one that works with kids on the spectrum, but like something just tells me that something about them doesn't necessarily... Something seems slightly off. And the whole atmosphere of this film feels slightly off, but both of them seem to connect in their own kind of alienation from most quote-unquote normal people, and they bond over this fixation as a pink opaque and this show, this supernatural television show that they're so engrossed in really defines their experience and pushes these two characters to dark places where both of them are experiencing exactly what's this show really mean. And there's parts of this film that is so unknowable, and it poses certain things where it's like, I don't even know if our characters 100% know what's real or not. And Schoenbrunn is really trying to set a stage where we as the audience have to process and try to figure out exactly what's going on. The atmosphere is incredible in this film. Schoenbrunn creates such a unique film. Eric Yu, who does the cinematography, is able to capture this 90s television aesthetic in such an impactful and engaging and creative kind of way. Alex G., who composes the film, along with all the artists that lend such great music to this film, which I was listening to the soundtrack afterwards and just being blown away by this ethereal kind of nature to everything. The way that it's shot, the colors, the effects of being drawn into the TV, everything is firing on this very specific frequency. And if you're not on that frequency, this is going to be unattainable and just completely alienating. But something really clicked when I watched this film, and I was just in awe of, I don't even know if everything made 100% sense to me by the end of the film, but I feel like this is the film that you will watch again and again and find so many layers and really figure stuff out. and process through it in terms of your experience of watching it. And that's why I feel like I love this film so much, is because it sets the stage. There's so many rich ideas that you can process, that you can connect with, and it just allows you to get lost in it. Similar to our two main characters getting lost in this show. The idea of nostalgia, this trans allegory, not knowing exactly who you are and trying to find and define who you are in your identity. It's all firing on all cylinders. This film in this purely unique and very specific, this idiosyncratic symphony of this 90s nostalgia brought to life in this surrealist film that from start to finish will have you engrossed and on the edge of your seat and not quite knowing exactly where any of this is going. It has Cronenberg, it has Lynchian elements of just, you gotta respect the process and just get lost in it. And that's this kind of film. If you could get lost in it and engrossed by it and just appreciate the fact that it's so engrossing and tantalizing every frame throughout, that maybe the ideas don't fully come together now, but you want to watch this so many times to try to figure it out and process it. Because immediately after it's over, you want to go back and watch it again. It's that engrossing, it's that perplexing and thought-provoking in a good way. Maybe others will find it in a frustrating way, but from my experience, this film is quite the fully realized artistic expression of an artist, and that's something to respect and really appreciate. But those are my thoughts on I Saw the TV Glow. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.